Good evening. How's everyone doing on today? This is Minister Latoya coming to you today. Hope everyone is well. Hi, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. How's everyone doing on tonight? I just wanted to talk a little minute. Not going to take up your time like I always say. But I just want to talk about management and leadership and its different types of management and leadership. And I think sometimes we forget that, as we say that we're bosses or that we're leaders. Like it's a difference between a leader and a shepherd. You know what I mean? And so, I'm just wanting to break down a little concepts about that. And so management is set up to control a group. And basically what it basically does, it delegates until it's, becomes successful and it's accomplished. The goal is, but what leaders do is inspire. They encourage. They have the ability, excuse me, to motivate and influence people, and build an organization for success. And so, they know how to basically enable that. So sometimes we put ourselves in situations to where we like, oh, I'm a leader, but in reality, no, you're not a leader. You are a manager. If you know how to delegate things and you want it to be done a certain way and it's not your concern, is not the people. So we run into that, daily on our jobs. We run into that sometimes in our relationships. But appropriate relationships to have with someone like that, is your doctor, because he's basically dictating that his team is, pretty much, okay, manager, role at your job, and leave it there. But a true leader is a person that encourage and inspire that person to be great. And it pulls out the potential that they could have in them and help them. And it's so many. You got transitional leader. You know what I mean? Leader. Servant leadership, charismatic leadership, transitional leadership, visionary. I mean, it is so many different ones that you just be like, oh wow, and mainly of them is just basically the different categories, because we have to understand where we're at in our walk, you know what I mean, or being in alignment, with what he has called us to do in this season. So I'm not going to break down all the things because I will be here all night with you. But what I want to say is, when you get a chance to look up transformational leadership, servant leadership, charismatic leadership, transitional leadership, and visionary leadership. And maybe we can come back on, sometime this week and talk about that. And I'll have the different ones, for us to, pretty much talk about, and that we can go forth in that and just understand what it is to be, a leader, a shepherd, you know what I mean, a manager. Knowing that managers only delegate what, they worry about productivity, productivity. But leaders are people that care about the whole thing in itself. I mean, even, a visionary leadership, they foresee, things. So, like I said, it's just so many different ones. But I would want you guys to take up your time. This is your homework now. Look it up. And even if somebody can send me an inbox on that, or we can get on here. We can be on the video and we can talk about this thing. But transformational leadership, servant leadership, charismatic leadership, transitional leadership, and visionary leadership. So I wanted to make this exciting for you all tonight, and I hope that you all could give me some feedback on there, even if it's in the status. I would greatly appreciate that, because I want to hear from y'all. Sometimes you guys encourage me at times to keep going forth, and sometimes we need to always take a look at ourselves because we always sometimes want to be the ones, and we got to watch that as leaders. But God may have someone else on that other end that can pour back into me, and and I miss it, because here it is, I'm doing all this talking and saying this and saying that, but yet and still you may have something else to say, and that's perfectly fine. Criticism, constructive criticism, encouragement, everything goes a long way, because at times that makes your foundation. And I think that's what we forget. We get so offended at times, when people like me with strong personalities say things, because you're thinking that they're saying it in an indirect way, or they saying it to be nasty. But in the sense of, when God has called them to a certain authority, not that they got to tell everybody that. I don't walk up to nobody and be like, hey, by the way, I'm such and such and such. No, I'm Latoya, okay? I ain't got to say, I say minister on here, but I ain't got to have no title. I'm just going to be me at the end of the day. Period. Point blank, flat out. But I'm just saying. Yeah. So, like I was just saying just a few minutes ago, hey, be yourself. And operate in your God-given ability. If you are one of those people that lead the best of your ability, but make sure that when you lead, that you have a team of people that you could be compassionate towards, inspiring towards. You know what I'm saying? Basically uplifting. And not only that, foreseeing things, not delegate. Because, it's one thing to delegate, but then it's another thing when you have a team and how y'all have a vision. You listen to every concern that your team needs. And if your team or the person that is working for you is not comfortable with certain things, respect that enough to say, hey, I hear you. And then sometimes we got to be big people, right, to apologize and say what we need to say, in order to get it right. It's times, in my company, I misinterpret something, and I had to go back and I had to apologize. But that's what make you a big person, when you can apologize and acknowledge when you're wrong. Because let me tell you something about a great leader. A great leader made many mistakes. A great leader made many mistakes. They didn't always get it right on the first time, second, maybe even third, maybe fourth, fifth. But what does that matter? If they were called and destined to do that, and they knew, they lined up and was able to become that. And I'm not going to say that they wasn't fought against, because some people see that in you more than what you see in yourself. And when people tell you about that, you take mental note of that. Wow, they see da-da-da-da-da. But in your true, authentic self, know who you are. Are you a leader? And I'm saying this for some pastors that are out of, hey, that are out of line, that are not, and even the ones that are in line. I'm just saying it to some leaders, pastors, whoever, business-wise, companies, 5 Fortune 100 companies. I'm saying this. Make sure that you're in the right place where you need to be at as a leader, or either a shepherd, a manager. Hey, that is so important. Because what you don't understand, what you could do can affect the whole flow of things. How can you expect the rest of the body to function when you're not where you need to be at? Well, God called me to do this. Oh, he did? Well, where's the fruit at? Sometimes we go years and years and years and years and still have not seen no fruit, and still be waiting on the wing in the prayer. He basically said, this the brick wall. Gina, this the big wall. Stephen, this the brick wall. Shanta, this the big wall. I keep letting you ain't going nowhere. If the tree ain't producing fruit, what it say? Throw it back in the fire, throw it back, throw it back, throw it back. Period. I'm just saying. We're going to keep it real. But I already went over. I'm not going to even go no more into that because, like I said, we could break down one day the different things of leadership and what that means, and knowing that if you're a manager or if you're a shepherd, just knowing your position and where you lie at, so therefore you can fall in alignment. Alignment is such a great thing. I teach that also in my coaching class, that does cost, you know, and then knowing the law of attraction as well. And I also have a book online. You can get it at lulu.com, or you can get it through my website, www.wastelessent.com. I also sell waist trainers, and I also, you know, have surgical garments and body creams that I mixed up and made myself. So come holler at me. I'm here, and I'm just ready to see what this discussion gonna be like, babe. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. You be blessed on today. Grace and peace.